Hey everybody, Board Bob here. We're back with Factorio Modded. Excuse me, I'm down here in the corner of the base for a reason. I've been working on the smelting area and setting up my permanent smelting area. And with everything that we got going with that, and I will show you that in a little bit when I'm finished it. Um, we have definitely upped our power requirements just a little bit, as you can see, and we are definitely taxing a lot of our stuff. We're even pulling out of the accumulators, and we're having brownouts in the middle of the night because of it. So we need to increase our power production. Now, I could build another one of these fusion reactors, but like I say, I'm not completely sure that I'm using it right or that it's working right. I mean, it's obviously putting out power, but until I know for sure what, whether it's broke or I'm doing something wrong or whatever, I think I'm just going to keep the one and we'll play around with it. So I went around and I gathered up what we had for steam engines and what have you, and I brought them along with me. And I thought what we would do is I'm going to tap into this ore patch here. This ore patch is almost 2 million in ore. So I thought if we tapped into this ore patch and we plopped a bunch of steam gens down here with the water being down here, what have you, to supplement our power for now. The other thing is, where is it? Right there. Now you can see we're really kind of going through this coal. This coal is almost tapped out completely. So we're going to need a new source of coal anyway. So we might as well get started on a new power plant and what have you until we get nukes going. Once we get nukes going, we'll be plenty fine. But in the interim, I'm going to go ahead and, like I say, tap into this coal field, and we're going to go ahead and set up some more. Some more power production, because we really kind of need it. So let's go ahead and get started on that. We're going to go out here and we're going to set up our mining drills and start tapping into this coal and go from there. And that's all trees, isn't it? Yes, it is. All right, so we're going to go ahead and just gather them up, let the bots do their job. We will find a use for them. I already sort of have a use for them in mind at some point, and we will deal with that later. Right now, I just want want the trees out of my way. So there we go. All right, so let's go ahead and lay down these mines. Yeah, we're going to go north to south with them. So yeah, so anyway, this week was my first week of a class at the college. This is Thursday. My class was on Wednesday, and yeah, I think it's gonna be a pretty good semester. I think I got a lot of interested students. They seem to be raring to go, so should be fun. It's Supposed to be 9, or supposed to be like 10, I think, students in the class. Max fill for this class is 12, so 10's a pretty good number. In some regards, it's actually more people than I would prefer. Where I'd have my own way. I'd like around 5 to 7. 5 to 7 for what we do is a pretty manageable number. You start getting much above that, and people start not having things to do while the rest of the while other people are filming in the class, and it's just it's boring for them, and it's not fair to them to have to kind of stand around. So that's my preference. It's just convenience wise, it's way better, but whatever. I mean, I'll teach what they tell me to teach. I like it, so but yeah, I think we're gonna have a good time. I think it's gonna be a pretty good class. I think they're gonna learn a lot. They seem really interested. We got a lot of the housekeeping stuff out of the way this week, and we're gonna go from there. So yeah, I'm looking forward to the semester. It is what it is, and it's gonna keep me busy. But yeah, I'm still going to be doing these videos. Probably just I may have to slow down on the number of them that I do, just to kind of accommodate for school. But we'll see. All right, so that's all the mining drills that I've got right now in hand. So we'll go ahead and maybe bring some more up here later. But let's go ahead and get these puppies powered up, and we'll go from there. Because we definitely need the power. We're pulling quite a bit of power at this point. Like I say, once we graduate to nuclear power plants, we're gonna be in much better shape as far as that goes. But in the meantime, we deal with what we got, and what we got is steam power. So we'll make do with it, right? Let's see if I got one closer to a pole that I can latch onto. No, I don't, but that's okay. We'll do that. Alright, there we go. Anybody missing power? Looks like these guys all have power. Oh, no. Whoa. Did we not? Why is that not connected? You're supposed to be connected, dude. Why are you not connected? Oh well. That's just another pole, but easy to fix. Boom. Now everybody's connected. Should be. Right? Yeah, everybody's connected. Alright, it's all connected. So now we just need to bring it over to... Well, you know what? Let's leave that open, because we're going to have to go through it. Yep. Let's bring these down here. Come on. There we go. There we go. Alright, so now... There we go. Alright, now we can close that wall. So, where are we going to put this thing? I'm thinking... Uh-oh. That we'll go across this way and down with the engines. So yeah, so let's bring this over, and what we're going to do is we'll bring just the one. We'll leave the other one there for now, and we'll bring this one down. We're going to come all the way over here to right close to the power lines, I guess. And then we're going to head south. Alright, so there's our coal line. Now we need agua. Do we have a pump? Yes, we have pumps right there. There they are. Alright, so we need agua. Get me out of the way. So there is agua. And right, yeah, and we'll figure out where to add them in from there. You know what? As a matter of fact, let's take this one out right here, and there's our boilers. So we'll go there, there. Oops, what am I doing? Got to leave a room for an inserter. So there, and there. Oh, excuse me. Dang, guys. I apologize. It's been a long week. There we go. All right. Pipe. Right. Inserter. All right, there we go. Now, let's take that off because, yeah. There. Come on, there. What? Really? Fine. Alright, so now we got that. Now we just need the generators. Right? Oh, excuse me. Dang. I just had a sandwich before I got on here. I guess I'm feeling a bit verklempt. Alright, there we go. So now, if I were a substation, where would I be? I only have one? Seriously? No, there's the rest of them. Figure I might as well put them to use, right? We got them. We might as well use them. There. And is that lined up? That's lined up well enough, I think. And then we do another one up here. And bada bing, bada bang, bada boom. Bob's your uncle. We got power. Now let's see what that has done for us. Probably not a lot, but it's a start. Oh yeah, we're doing better. We're only pulling 615 megawatts now. So, and we're pulling it off solar panels and steam engines mostly. So, oh yeah, and now we're gonna have to let that charge up, but we'll see. So there's a start. And how many more we got? We got 10 more and 7 more, it looks like. So no, we got 15 more and 7 more. Okay, so we could actually go at least another row. Why don't we do that? Why don't we look at doing that? Let's do this, shall we? Yeah, we'll do them right here. And then we got that substation in the way. We'll leave that out of the mix. We'll make allowances for it. Goodness gracious me. I don't know why I'm so tired. Alright, is that all of them? Okay. So we're one shy. Can we build one? We can build one. There we go. That's that OCD thing coming out. Alright, so boink, boink, boink. Boink, boink. Boink, boink. Oh, of course we don't. Alright, we'll make one more of those too. Fine, there. How's that? So now we'll bring that other line over here and down. There we go. And alright, so let's see. Now we need pipes. And can we put a pump? Why don't we do this? Can we do this? Can we put a pump somewhere here? How about up a little further? No, I got that pump there. See that telephone pole's in the way is what I'm looking at. We'll put it right there. Come on. There we go. That ought to be about right. Righty. Now the question becomes, do we just do this? I think we do. I think that's what we're going to do. It's just right like that. And then boom, 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 boom. Alright, so there we go. So there's that. Now we just need these puppies. So now we got those going. How's it looking now? All right, not doing too bad. Not doing too bad. I think we'll. Hey, you know, I'll tell you. How many more can we make? Let's try something here. Let's 5, 10, 5. Right? 5, 10, 5. 5, 10, 5. There we go. So, yeah. Why don't we go ahead and put some more in? Just, I mean, we're going to eventually want them because of what I'm building over there. We're definitely gonna have a hell of a load. So, we may as well go ahead and deal with it now, if we can. So, you know, why not? Alright, so that's plugged into that, plugged into that, plugged into that, plugged into that. There we go. And if we really wanted to, we could do this. Right? Because then we could do this here. Right? And is that all of them we got? I think that's all of them we got. So then we'll see if it fits. We'll have to see if it fits or if it's going to be in the way of the... We'll see. Where are they? There they are. Yep, it's going to be in the way. Alright. We can fix that. We have the technology. Oh, I'm off by one on that one. Derpy derpy. Right. Anybody remember the penguin from the TV show? Very distinctive laugh. Alright. And here to here. And there. I'm on load. And then right. Let's see if we can do that. There we go. Now you got water. And oops. And there we go. And now we just need Mr. Substation. How far down can we go? Right there. Yeah. Oh, you know what? I just realized we screwed the pooch. We'll have to fix that because that doesn't go there. And it doesn't go there because these go there. This goes here. And here. And perhaps even there. Because I believe that connects everything, yes? Oh, but we got two more up there. Do we have? Yes, we do, don't we? Why in the world am I so stupid sometimes? I don't know. Maybe we'll do poles. Maybe we'll do a pole right there. That's not a pole. Ah, it's a pole. And then we can do a pole right there. Boom. And then we got them here too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right. All right. And we need to feed coal into them. Whee! 1, 2, 3, 4. Right. Okay. There we go. Do we have any more engines? We got 2 more engines. Looky there. 1, 2. And an inserter. So they're going. Them are going. Look at that there. They're all going. I don't think anybody else needs any more power or anything or any more. Nope. Looks like we're all good and going. So, yeah, not bad. 835 megawatts. Of course, we're charging the accumulator as part of that. As soon as that's charged, that should drop. But we shall see. All right, so we've solved a bit of our immediate energy needs. Excuse me. Like I say, we're gonna have some additional needs. So you know, we may very well expand more plants down here. This is just kind of a half-ass throw together to get us where we need to go. Let's see if this thing is almost fully charged. Let's watch see what the drop is once it's completely charged. I'm curious to see what our actual load is. It should drop. There we go. So yeah, 621 megawatts is our 625. It looks like somewhere around there is our some complete yeah, our everything we need for our power production. That's our demand. So let's get back to what we were doing, which is to say setting up this ore production. So that's almost done up there, and like I say, I'll show it to you when I'm done. I don't want to ruin the shock and awe, as it were. We're gonna have to redo this crap, which we knew we were gonna have to anyway. But what I did for right now is, because as you can see, we were getting pretty low on plate. So I have a little bit of a smelting operation going up there right now. Not very much, just enough to bring some extra plate in. And I sat it down here on this one and just tapped it into the main line. Now, what we're going to want to do is we're going to start switching over from shipping ore here to shipping to shipping iron plates here from the forge area. So this here is essentially going to be going away, but we need to use this ore up first. There's no sense in pulling it out. And what we may even do, since this is really the tie-in for our supply, we may just go ahead and use this and start using it for our iron shipments, as opposed to our iron ore shipments. We may use that and just feed it into that system. It's already set up to split things out, which is, so yeah, I probably will. I'm probably just going to use that system once we get this ore cleaned out of here. In the interim, what I'm going to do is, because I don't want any trains coming here, I think we're going to do is we're going to turn these off if we can. I don't know if you can. No, that's the name. I don't want the name. That's circuit network. That's logistics network. Not connected. Why in the world can't? Well, you know what? We'll do it this way then. There. Now nobody can deliver there. And this one, nobody can deliver to him because we took his stop away, so he can't go nowhere either. So that will essentially cease our incoming ore deliveries. And once we use, and like I say, we're hurting on plate, so you know. But I think from what I'm looking at, it's not an issue of ore supply. It's an issue of how quickly can the furnaces produce the ore we need. So I think it's going to be a little while before it burns itself completely out. We may end up having to vacuum some of this up and send it away, and go from there. We'll have to see what we're going to do with this. So I'm going to scratch my head on that. But for now, we're just going to let it run and let it burn through these resources, because we need the iron plate for other things. But as you can see, the furnaces here just aren't keeping up with the needs. So we've had to go to a better furnace system, and that's what we're up there building right now. So I think that's going to probably be about it for down here, because like I say, the plates are going to come in from the one stop, and then the ore that's there will create plates as well. So let's take a run on up to our new smelting area and see what we've got up there. We'll see what we got going. Now that we've sort of solved a little bit of our power problem, let's go up and make it worse. Yeah, I think we got everything we're going to need for right now. So let's head on up here and hook this sucker up and make our power problem way worse. And you'll see why I say that when I get up here. Because I've been doing a little building. And it was all kind of boring, so I didn't want to do it on film, because I didn't want to bore the heck out of you guys. Just me laying down crates and inserters. So, you know, I didn't see it as being really worthwhile of a video, but you know, if it was and I didn't do it and you wanted to see it, I apologize. But I didn't see a point to it. So here's what we got. We have the trains coming in, and this is divided into two sections. This is all ore delivery. This is all plate outward shipping. Sending the stuff out. Wow, man, I must be tired. So when they come in, they're going to come in on this rail to deliver ore, and they're going to hit one of these stations, and all of these stations, and I'll show you, they're all named the same. So whichever one is available, it'll go to. It'll pick up its ore, or it'll drop off its ore rather, because it's receiving here, and then head on back to wherever the ore is being mined from. And then the other one, it'll come in here, and it'll go this way, and it will pick up all of the ore. It'll pick up plate. It'll pick up either iron plate, copper plate, or steel plate, and then it'll head out and go on down the line. So there's our. That one side is delivery, one side is shipment. Now we do still have this iron patch down here that we're dealing with, and what we've done is we've wired that into the system. But here they are. It's based on that same belt under the tracks thing that I was doing before. Eventually, I would like to replace all of these inserters with stack inserters. I think it's going to make it a lot faster. You know, and then we bring it down to a manageable size and number of belts, and we run it on up. So we've got, as you can see, we've got 8 belts running up here, and then 4 more over here. Now the 4 over here are coming from this line coming off of this iron deposit here. So we've got what do we got here interconnected? We've got 4 and 4 if I remember starting right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then it goes off onto the thing. And then we got 1, 2, 3, and it goes off in the thing. And the reason we got that, the bottom ones are iron. There's 5 of them because we need iron to make steel, and we also need iron to make iron. So there's 4 iron and there's 3 copper. On this side, what we have is we have 3 copper outputs, 3 iron plate outputs, and 2 steel plate output. Is it 2? Yeah, it's 2 steel plate outputs. So that's going to be, you know, we're gonna ship steel here, we're gonna ship iron here, we're gonna ship copper here. Now, the key to moving this stuff on and off trains fast and moving it through the system fast the inserters are only going to go as fast as they'll go. Whatever kind of inserter you're using, you're stuck with that inserter. So you can only go as fast as the inserter goes. The way to move things through the system faster, that it just basically comes down to bandwidth. If you can't go faster, you go wider. So that's kind of what I have done, is I've gone wider. So this is all feeding the system, all of these belts and stuff. But here are my 3 incoming lines. And as you can see, I got iron coming into 2 of them, because one of them feeds iron plate and one of them feeds steel plate. So this is, what do we got here? 16 wide, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 16 wide stack inserters feeding into steel chests straight through to our production, our forging area. This should handle a whole crap ton of incoming ore. And we've got 2 of them for iron ore, because one of them is going to service the steel production, and we got 1 for copper ore. Now we don't have anything coming in on the copper line yet, because we don't have that one hooked up. But we have that iron ore coming in from the mine that is right down the street, right here in this area, so that we can get it cleared out and we can keep a steady supply coming into the base. So let's go all the way down here to the bottom. It comes in at the top, and it bouncies all the way down here to the bottom where it comes out. Now I've got it turned off right now, and I split the belt and I turned it off. What we're gonna do while we're up here is we're gonna turn this back on. We're gonna take a look and see what our power production is, and then we're gonna take a look at it and see what it is afterwards. So here is my forge setup. Each of these forges, you can look at it and see, has 4 beacons around it, and on average, each of these beacons is affecting 4 forges. Number of effect receivers, 4. So I've got it lined up in such a way so that each of them is at least seeing 4 different furnaces, and each of the furnaces is seeing 4 different beacons at least. And in the furnaces, of course, we got productivity modules, and in the beacons we got speed modules. So when this gets up and going, it goes at a pretty good clip. And again, I want it to have an adequate amount to run. So they're quite large. And what I've done is this top one feeds out iron plates. This next one down feeds out iron plates, and then those come over and go immediately right back into another set of forges, and those forges spit out steel plates. And then down here, the very last one will be our copper supply, and they will all come out, all 3 of those come out and go into a second buffer, if you will, or storage area or whatever. 16 wide, and using stack inserters, comes on out, comes around, and comes up to each of the train stations. So there it is right there. It turned out, I think, pretty good. It's going to be one hell of an energy draw though, and it's probably going to get these guys' attention. So that's why I haven't fired it up yet. I wanted to wait until you guys got to see it. We'll fire it up together. Plus, I wanted to solve that power issue first, because even though it's not running, it's drawing power, especially these beacons. If we take a look, see 728 beacons, we're drawing almost 350 megawatts of power just from the beacons. So yeah, so we got it going on. Now let's see what this jumps to when we turn this on. Right now we're about 625 or so megawatts. Let's go up, excuse me, let's go up here and let's start this iron ore falling through the system here. So let's give her a whirl. Oops. Don't stand on the belt and place belts. It'll screw you up. So there's that one. That's for our iron production. And there's our steel production. And down they come. And right in. And this one's already got our steel going here. We're starting to see a little bit of production. Oh, there comes our steel up there. And it's double rows. And it pretty much makes it all the way up to the end. There you go. See, we're all the way up at the end, but it takes a little while for it to get there. So I'm pretty sure we're going to be okay on our throughput with our ore. Now again, this one we got it started, so it's working its way up, and it's going to take a while to get to the end. But then it's going to spit it back out, because it feeds it up and then feeds it back down for the output, and then it's going to spit it into here, and it's going to feed it up and feed it back down. And yeah, our steel is producing pretty damn good now. So this will spit all of this out. It'll go down through the belts and go back into the storage, because I did want to have a buffer for all of this so that we can produce as much as humanly possible, even when there's not the demand for it. If it's coming in off of the trains, it's getting put to work. And then it comes back out, and now you see the plates starting to come out. The iron, or the steel has not, steel just finally got onto the belt. It got through the gauntlet and got down to the belt, and these come up and they divide out and they go to our various feeds. And like I say, these are all set up with the same name. So these are train stop steel forge, train stop steel forge, and train stop iron forge, train stop iron forge, train stop iron forge, copper forge, and copper forge. So what's going to happen is, because they're all named the same, when this train comes up, whichever one, the first one that it comes to that's available, it's going to go. So I'm hoping that by doing that, we won't have trains backing up waiting to get into one single station. Now the only thing I have not put back up in here yet is the train stop for repair kits. I had to take that down to do this. But it looks to me like we got a pretty good deal going now. It looks like it's filling these chests up. Looks like we're getting our iron plates into our locomotive. And now this one, just to experiment and to check the system, I basically have this one going to all the locations. So what it's doing now is it's picking up iron from here. It's going to go up to the iron plate drop off, which is at our main base. It's going to go over and pick up iron ore, come up and drop it off, and then it's going to go back out onto the railroad track, make a loop around that circle, come back in and get more iron plates and head back down to our base. And that, as it stands right now, is what I'm probably going to do with all of them, because that way the train's already up here. I would have liked to have set it up so that it immediately went and picked up, and I from one to the next, but I didn't want to have a problem with it bottlenecking at an individual stop or whatever, so I didn't do that. Instead, I made two lines coming in, and they come straight up this line and straight on out. And if they got to come back, they can come back and go back through the system. So that's my plan. So now yeah, see, there we go. That's what I thought was going to happen. Now it's nighttime now. It's We're at 3:30 in the morning. Our accumulators are out of charge, and because of that, we're sucking hind tit now on power. But it is starting to get bright. As it gets bright, our solar production has gone up, and we're going to start seeing ourselves back in the green again. But we definitely need to increase our production of power. And the only way we're really going to be able to do that at this point is to go with nuclear and head in that direction. Now we've got all of our technologies for it already. We can build a nuke plant without having to research anything. And the reason I haven't researched anything is because, again, that's going to put more strain on the system and kill our power that we already don't have. But we're getting there. It's coming up. It's 6:30 in the morning, 6:45 in the morning. As soon as these accumulators get more of a charge, we'll start having better power. There we go. So it's up to 100% brightness. We're starting to pick up again, but it's going to do that every night until we fix this issue. So let's see what we need. I know we need mines, and I know we need sulfuric acid. We're going to need centrifuges, which are going to require concrete and red circuits. I think I have concrete up here. Before we walk down, let's check and see what we got in this chest, and take anything down with us that we can take that might be of some use. So let's see. Well, you know what? We may even, if we have everything but red circuits, hell, we might just go get red circuits, build everything. We got concrete. Alright, looks like we need red circuits for centrifuges. We need red circuits, gears we got, steel plate we got, concrete we got right here. So we need red circuits for that. For reactors, we need red circuits. We're going to have 500 red circuits. We're going to need some copper, which I don't know that we have copper here, but we can pick up copper and we can pick up red circuits, and we can just make everything else right here. So let's do this. Let's dump all of this stuff in these chests right here, and then we'll go down. We'll have the space. We'll go down. We'll get ourselves a bunch of red circuits, get ourselves a bunch of copper, and we'll start building the pieces parts for nuclear plants. And then we'll have to figure out where we're going to put it. Now there is a couple of small uranium patches here right inside the yard. We'll tap those first. That should start getting us enough fuel to get us going. There is one right here, but it wasn't very much, so I left it be. But we'll get these ones tapped first. We got some biter activity. Not a big surprise there. Look how close they are and what we're doing, which is really why we need to work on this. But we'll tap these ore patches first. There's not a lot in them, but it's enough to get us going and get us some fuel, and we'll go from there. And they're right close to the sulfuric acid, so we'll be able to mine the ore, because we need sulfuric acid to mine the ore. In fact, what we'll probably do when we get down here is we will set up the mines first. Get them already mining stuff out and get it on the belts. So apparently at this point in the video, I lost sound again. I'm not sure why, but basically through the rest of this part of the video, what I'm doing is I'm dealing with a coal throughput issue. We started to run out of coal, so I increased the mining of coal off of what we had remaining as far as ore patches. And then I went through and I set up initial mining for uranium ore, processing uranium ore, and setting up our initial nuclear power plant. And that's basically the remainder of this video. I didn't catch it until just now because I'm several videos ahead on recording before I got to editing this. So I apologize for the loss of sound. I don't think you really missed too much of anything other than me rambling off to myself as far as where I was going to set up nuclear power. So again, I apologize. Um, and I think what I did is I think I inadvertently hit the mute button when I was doing something to move around. So, all right, guys, sorry about that.